Most people throwing away broken smart TVs have no idea they are dumping hundreds of dollars in reusable electronic parts. One cracked LG OLED or Samsung QLED can contain valuable boards, Wi-Fi modules, LED backlights, remote sensors, and premium internal components that repair shops desperately search for every day. The problem is that most beginners enter TV flipping without understanding which parts actually sell fast and which parts become dead inventory. That is why learning how to rank smart TV parts by resale value can completely change your profits in the electronics flipping business. One of the biggest mistakes new electronics flippers make is assuming every TV part has equal value. In reality, some parts sell within hours while others may sit on shelves for years without buyers. Large plastic housings, damaged bezels, and generic TV stands usually take up space without producing meaningful profit. Meanwhile, small parts like power boards, T-Con boards, Wi-Fi modules, and mainboards often become the real moneymakers because they solve common TV repair problems quickly. LG OLED televisions are some of the best TVs for parts reselling because replacement costs are extremely high. Even with cracked screens, working OLED boards can sell for impressive amounts because owners prefer repairs instead of buying another expensive TV. Samsung QLED models also have excellent resale value thanks to their popularity and high repair demand. Sony Bravia smart TVs perform very well too because premium Sony customers often choose repairs over replacement. Budget televisions usually perform much worse in the TV parts resale market. Older no-name smart TVs, generic LED televisions, and low-end models often flood online marketplaces with cheap replacement boards. TCL, Hisense, and Vizio TVs can still produce profitable parts, but their resale demand is generally lower compared to premium brands. Many beginners waste time dismantling weak TV models without realizing the resale competition is extremely high. The mainboard is considered the brain of a smart TV because it controls the operating system, HDMI ports, streaming apps, sound processing, Wi-Fi communication, and menu systems. When a mainboard starts failing, TVs may freeze on startup logos, endlessly reboot, lose HDMI functionality, or become completely unresponsive. Testing a mainboard usually involves powering the TV safely and verifying whether apps, sound, HDMI ports, and internet features still work properly. Depending on the TV model, tested mainboards commonly resell between $25 and $180. Extracting a mainboard requires patience because ribbon cables and connectors damage easily. The TV must always be unplugged fully before removal because some components may still hold electrical charge. Anti-static bags are highly recommended for storing boards safely since moisture and static electricity can destroy sensitive electronics. Organized storage with labeled model numbers makes it much easier to sell boards quickly online. Power supply boards are among the most profitable and most commonly replaced smart TV components. Their job is converting wall electricity into usable power for every system inside the television. When they fail, TVs may refuse to turn on, click repeatedly, flash standby lights, or randomly shut down. Since power-related failures happen constantly because of heat and voltage stress, repair shops buy these boards regularly. Testing a power board usually involves checking voltage outputs with a multimeter while comparing readings to the printed voltage labels on the board. Technicians also sometimes test whether the TV powers on correctly when connected to a working mainboard. Care must be taken because capacitors may still store dangerous electrical charge after unplugging the television. Depending on rarity and TV brand, working power boards often resell between $20 and $120. T-Con boards are extremely valuable because they control communication between the TV's processor and the display panel. When these boards begin failing, TVs may show vertical lines, flickering screens, ghosting, color distortions, or split images. Many customers incorrectly assume the display itself is dead when only the T-Con board has failed. This misunderstanding creates strong resale demand for tested T-Con boards. Testing T-Con boards requires connecting them to compatible working panels and checking image stability carefully. Ribbon cables must be handled gently during extraction because the connectors are extremely fragile. These boards should always be stored in anti-static packaging to prevent pressure and moisture damage. Depending on the TV model, T-Con boards commonly resell between $15 and $100. Wi-Fi modules have become surprisingly profitable because modern smart TVs depend heavily on internet streaming services. When these modules fail, TVs may disconnect constantly, stop detecting wireless networks, or lose access to Netflix and YouTube completely. Customers hate losing smart features, which keeps demand for replacement Wi-Fi modules very strong. Since many modules work across multiple TV models, they can become excellent repeat sale items. Testing Wi-Fi modules usually involves checking network detection, Bluetooth pairing, and streaming stability during TV operation. These modules are typically small and easy to remove using simple screws and cable connectors. Their lightweight size makes shipping and storage incredibly convenient compared to larger TV components. Most tested Wi-Fi modules resell between $10 and $60 depending on compatibility and rarity. Infrared sensor boards are one of the most overlooked smart TV parts despite strong resale demand. Their job is receiving commands from the remote control and sending those signals into the television system. When they fail, customers often assume the remote itself is broken even though the TV sensor is actually the problem. Repair shops love these boards because replacing them can instantly restore full TV control functionality. LED backlight strips can also become highly profitable because many dead-screen televisions actually only suffer from failed backlights. These strips sit behind a display panel and provide the light needed to make images visible. When they fail, TVs may still produce sound while the screen appears black or extremely dim. Full-tested LED backlight sets from premium TVs can sell for surprisingly strong prices. Testing LED backlights usually requires a dedicated LED tester or reconnecting the strips during diagnostics. Extraction is delicate because the display layers must be separated carefully without cracking the screen. Once removed, backlights should be stored flat to avoid bending or damaging the strips. Depending on size and model rarity, LED backlight sets often resell between $20 and $150 or more. Display panels themselves are both the most valuable and most dangerous TV parts to resell. Premium OLED and QLED panels can be worth hundreds of dollars locally because new replacements are extremely expensive. However, shipping these panels safely is difficult because even small impacts can crack them instantly. That is why most experienced flippers prefer local pickup sales for complete display assemblies. Testing display panels involves checking for dead pixels, burn-in, pressure marks, line defects, and brightness consistency. Extraction is extremely risky because modern smart TV panels are incredibly thin and fragile. Panels should always be stored upright in padded safe areas away from pressure or moisture. Depending on model and technology, working OLED and QLED panels can resell locally between $100 and over $1,000. Original smart TV remotes can also produce reliable profit, especially premium LG Magic remotes and Samsung smart remotes. Many customers lose remotes long before the television itself fails. Testing usually involves verifying infrared signals or Bluetooth functionality with compatible TVs. Depending on rarity and premium features, original remotes commonly resell between $10 and $80. Is also excellent for local sales involving fragile display panels and donor TVs. Many experienced flippers also build relationships directly with repair shops and electronics technicians for repeat business. The people making serious money in TV flipping are usually the ones who understand exactly which parts repair shops need most often.